Hello, my name is Oscar Quevedo and today I would like to present you our 2018 vintage port. So I'm here at Quinta Vale de Agudinho in Quevedo Valley. It's our iconic vineyard planted in 1983 by my parents. This is a fill blend that we have a good mix of the traditional grapes from the Douro. My parents plant here Touriga Franca, Touriga Nacional, Tinta Roriz, some Tinto Cão, Tinta Barroca, so all grapes that have been in the Douro for many decades are key components of the ports that we produce. 2018 was a year that had a kind of a big variations throughout the year in terms of the weather. The season was not very typical, but has some key elements that are interesting to reach a high quality port in September and October. The winter started a little bit warm for what's the average in the Douro, and dry. And this rain was compensated when the spring arrived, especially in the late spring. We got a lot of rain, which in the end kind of washed out the flowers during the flowering period and reduced the fruit set. So we had a relatively low production, low yield in the vines. And then when the summer arrived, temperatures start warming up, and the hot weather that is typical in the Douro finally arrived with actually one intense heat wave in the beginning of August. So all these conditions helped the vine to concentrate the grapes and to have small berries, thick skins, and perfumed and intense flavored grapes that we harvest in the second half of September and in the beginning of October. What's interesting to see in the 2018 is the fact that it shows a lot of freshness, which is sometimes not easy to get in the Douro. And that freshness results from the high amount of water that we had in the soil during the springtime. And it also has the balance and the elegance that we always like to have in a vintage port. It's packed with dark fruit flavors, a bit of spices. Most of the fruity flavors, the darker notes of plums, blackberries are coming from the grapes that we produce in Agudinho. And that spicy, more intense, darker notes we get a lot from another vineyard that we have at a higher altitude, Quinta da Trovisca, in which we use a little bit of that port to complete this blend. My sister Claudia, she's a shy person, so she should be the person sitting right here on the table, but she prefers to be at the winery and topping up barrels and tasting what's going on. And she's the winemaker, she's our winemaker for the port wine. And my parents are still involved in the business. Behind you can see the Douro River, which is it's the key element in the Douro viticulture, as it has this big mass of water that runs from Spain to the Atlantic Ocean in Portugal. Well, I'm sure that you will have some questions. We will be very happy to answer those questions, and feel free to share this video. We will offer 3 samples of our 2018 vintage port for those that do the best way to help educate others and share the word for our ports. Should you have any question, let us know. Was good to do this video in Agudinho. Hope to see you soon. Bye bye.